Let's be honest, one of the hardest parts of running a website is knowing what to write. So if you're thinking, what do I write on a product page? What should I say about my services? And how do I describe my membership so people actually want to join? You're definitely not alone. But here's the wild part. Most of the time, it's not even obvious what's missing. Is it the design? No. Do you need more plugins? No. Is it something technical? Definitely not. The reality is, the biggest mistake we make is most of us don't even realize we're writing about the wrong things and we're not holding people's attention. And this is why I want to show you a better way. So today, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step process to figure out exactly what to write. To make it real, we're going to pretend I run this cycling online store. Instead of guessing, I'll use 3 tools, 1 free and 2 are paid, with free trials to find what people are already searching for, pick the easiest topics to cover first, and make sure the final page or post answers everything visitors expect. This is not just about writing articles. This method can actually be applied to any written content on your site. Let's go. Okay, so step 1 is coming up with an idea to write about. What are we going to write about? Well, the first thing to use here is WPBeginner's keyword generator tool. If you just click into the search bar right here and type in your main topic, so what your website about. As we've got a cycling website, I'm just going to type in cycling here, but this could be gardening, gaming, whatever, and then just click analyze. The keyword generator tool is just going to come up with hundreds of keyword ideas around our main seed keyword, which was cycling. So we can see it's divided up into alphabet, prepositions and questions. Alphabet goes from A to Z, giving you every possible combination that you can think about when it comes to cycling. So we've got cycling arm warmers, cycling bike, cycling backpack, cycling cap, all things that are relevant and you could actually write about on your site. If I come down to prepositions, we can see we've got sections for can, for, is, with, to, near. So we could things cycling to lose weight, cycling cut-off strain if we're talking about issues that people have with cycling. Cycling is fun, cycling is cardio, cycling is good for, cycling for beginners, and things like that as well. And if we just click on the questions tab right here, let's bring us down to questions, and we can see these are all the searches and questions that people ask on Google. So we've got are, can, how, where, when, what cycling does to your body, can cycling reduce belly fat, all those questions that people love to find answers out for right here, absolutely for free using the keyword generator tool. So we can do 2 things from here. We can click the download spreadsheet and download all these ideas and save them for later, or we can go through and we can take a look and see if there's anything that takes our fancy that we want to write about or we have expertise in. So let's go with the cycling store idea, and I'm going to come back up to the alphabet section. And I know that we stock in our store a lot of cycling clothing. So I could do something around cycling gloves or cycling helmet or things like that. But cycling jersey or jacket stands out to me. So we might have multiple jackets or jerseys that we sell on the store. And what we could do from here is we could start just building out a list by copying and pasting these into a notepad or something like that. And then once we have that list, yes, we can go ahead and create content for that. The only problem there is that we may be wasting our time creating content for all these fantastic keywords that we've found. And the reason is because of the competition that might be around those keywords in search like Google. We know lots of places have big authoritative sites that create content around these things. So the odds of us actually getting our content out there and ahead of or above a bigger site that might be writing about cycling shoes for men is going to be highly competitive. This is where the second step comes in. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy the cycling jacket keyword, and then I'm going to hop over to LowFruits, which is our second step. Okay, to access LowFruits, all you need to do is come to lowfruits.io. If you sign up for a plan, you do get a free trial. So you can test all this out, and it's the same with that other tool as well, SEO Boost, that we can look at in a little bit as well and use in combination with this. But essentially all you need to do is log in and you'll see this dashboard right here. And LowFruits has lots of fantastic features. And if you don't know what LowFruits it is or what it does, well, LowFruits is a tool that shows you which topics are easy wins, where smaller websites are already ranking and showing up in search and getting traffic from that search. So with this, you know what content you can actually compete with and write for that content. So it's going to save out a lot of time if you're thinking about, you could just take those keywords from the keyword generator, write a load of content, and then wait weeks or months to find out that that content's not ranking because there are just bigger sites that have more authority that are taking over the top of the search and things like that as well. So this tool, LowFruits, is just going to cut all that out, and you'll be able to find opportunities for the keyword you're looking for within minutes. It's a fantastic tool. And yes, it might look a little bit overwhelming with all this here, but all you need to do is come over to the keyword finder. And then in the keyword field right here, I'm just going to paste in the keyword that I copied from the keyword generator tool at WPBeginner. I'm just going to add best cycling jacket, as I want to write something on the site that's combining a bunch of our products into one article. So a comparison, a review article would be fantastic for that. So anything with best or top or anything like that is going to give you ideas for those kind of articles. The next thing to do is to select the country you want to target. So you can click on the drop down and pick the country. I'm going to leave it as United States. Then select your language. I'm just going to leave it as English and then click generate. And what LowFruits is doing here is it's using Google autocomplete to find all the related search terms, keywords, long tail keywords, whatever you want to call them. And just like that, in a matter of seconds, LowFruits has found 627 keywords that we can use as ideas for our content. Now from here, you've got two options. You can access all keyword ideas for free, or you can access all keyword ideas and analyze all high intent keywords in one go. Now you'll notice LowFruits is running a credit system. So to access all keyword ideas and see them in a list, so all keywords that have been found, that's completely free. But if you want to go further and analyze those keywords and see if there's opportunities, that's when you start using credits. And it's 1 credit, 1 keyword. That's all you have to remember. Now I'm going to show you a way to reduce the number of credits that you spend in one go by filtering the keyword list to the ideas that you want that actually give you an opportunity to rank for. So all we need to do here is click on access. Now we'll see the keyword list right here. And you can click on the tabs up here to look at the different keyword sections. So we've got all, suggestions, questions, clusters, etc., etc. I'm just going to click on all. And then we've got 627 keywords here. And we can see all the keywords listed. So we've got best cycling jerseys for big guys, mountain bike or MTB mountain bike soft shell jacket, and how often to wash cycling clothing. So all related to our best cycling jacket keyword that we used. The fantastic thing about LowFruits is that it actually gives you an opportunity score or a difficulty score for each of these keywords. So you can then filter this list by keywords that you really think that you can rank for. So if I hover over the SD here, you'll see this is the SERP difficulty score, which measures how difficult it is to rank for this keyword in search results. So what we want to do is we want to make sure we aim for keywords that have lower SD scores. So 1 is easy, 3 is hard. So anything 1 or 2 may present opportunity for us to write for. So this is just cutting down all that time of doing all the research, looking at all these keywords, looking at what is in search results, going into each website, reading the content. Imagine how long that's going to take. Well, we can filter this list really, really quickly and then analyze it and get some opportunities straight away. So to do that, click on SD, and then I'm going to put a max score of 2. I'm going to click on apply. So now that's reduced that list from 627 down to 6 keywords. So from here, I'm quite happy with that number. I'm just going to click on the bulk selection and then all pages. And then that brings up this bar here, and we're just going to click on the SERP extract and analyze button right here. So now it's analyzing all those keywords for opportunities. And it does that really, really quickly. So we can see it's still running, but we've essentially got our analysis right here. So the fantastic thing about LowFruits is it actually looks for weak spots in search results for these keywords and then shows us those weak spots under the weak spots column here. You can see it's just got green fruit symbols. The more it's got, the more opportunities it has for you to rank with this keyword. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to sort by volume, and that's then going to show us the highest volume at the top, the lowest volume at the bottom in search. And we can see that we've got this best man cycling jersey that's at the top here. It's a volume of 70. It's got an SD score of 2, but it has got a weak spot in it as well. So there is some opportunity here. And then you can see there's the MTB soft shell jacket as well. That's got an opportunity. It's got a lower search volume, but I think this presents the best opportunity right now in this list. So I'm just going to copy that. And just think about how quickly that is. So we know they've got an opportunity with this keyword, and we've done it in a matter of minutes. Now what I'm doing here is I'm only doing this for one keyword. You would most likely do this for multiple keywords. So instead of going best cycling jacket, go back to your list that you got from the keyword generator, click on keyword finder here, and then for every one of those keywords in your list, type them in here or paste them in here, and then generate a report in LowFruits for each one of them, and then just go through the process that I've just done, finding keywords and opportunities. And once you've got them, add them to a list. We now have found lots and lots of ideas using the keyword generator tool at WPBeginner for things that we can write on our site. We also now know what to write because we've used LowFruits to do all the research for us and find opportunities and give us the right keywords to use. Now that we've copied that keyword and we know what to write, how do we make sure our article is strong enough? Well, that's where SEO Boost comes in. So let's head over to the tab with SEO Boost on. And to access SEO Boost, all you need to do is go to seoboost.com. You've signed up for a plan, you will get a free trial, and you can then access this dashboard. And essentially what SEO Boost helps you do is fill in the gaps by showing you what top ranking pages include on the actual page. So you can make sure your article covers everything readers expect against all those top ranking articles. And I'm going to show you how this works really, really easily. You'll see that we've got a bunch of different tabs at the top right here. We've got dashboard, content management, topic reports, content briefs, content optimization, and content audits. The only thing that we need to focus on right now is topic reports. And what we're going to do with this is we're now going to get SEO Boost to create a topic report on the keyword that we just found in LowFruits. So you can come down here to keyword, again, just paste that in. So we've got best men's cycling jersey. The region is the United States. The language is English. And all we need to do is click on create report. And that report is now preparing. And as soon as that's done, it'll turn to green and ready, and we'll be able to view the report. Okay, so this is the report we've just generated now. Just going to click on the view report button. And what SEO Boost has done is it's looked at the top 30 results for this keyword that we're using right here, best men's cycling jersey, and then given us all the information about the content on those pages so that we can use all that information and start building out an article that is equal to or better than the ones that SEO Boost shows us right here. So the first thing we get is a content analysis of the top pages, and we get an average word count, which is about 3,000 words, average readability level, which is 10 to 12 grade, and whether we've got any keyword frequency. We can scroll past the lovely looking charts right there and come down to the overview of top competing pages. So this gives you the pages that are ranking in search results right now. So these are the top pages that come up in search. And we've got things like Cycling Weekly, we've got Pactimo, and then we've got some other sites as well. And in this chart as well, we can see we've got a score for these sites. We've got the word count, readability, the amount of images, headlines, paragraphs within the content itself. If we click on the little eye icon, we can see a preview of the page, and we can take a look at that preview and then scroll through it and see how it's put together, how it's written, the things that they've used on the page. If we want to actually see the real preview of that page, we can click on the little open a new tab icon. That's going to bring that page up, and then we can scroll through the actual page itself and see how everything's put together there. I'm just going to close that. Now, the really cool thing about SEO Boost is this little button right here, which is a drop down button. And once you open that up, it then shows you the structure of that article. And this is fantastic because what we can do is we can use the add to brief buttons right here to then start building an outline for our own article and essentially get an inspiration from all these top ranking articles. So what I do here is I just go through these headlines and look at the titles and see if these could be headlines within something that I would write. So our pick of the best cycling jerseys, I'd add that. Best long sleeve jerseys, best indoor cycling jerseys, best short sleeve jerseys. Depending on the kind of article that you're writing, you can add these, and you'll see pop-up has come up at the bottom right hand corner. And this is the content brief editor box, which has got our article outline in. So we've got our main title, which is best men's cycling jerseys, and then we can add our subheadings to this as well, which is what we're doing right here. So if I just close this down and scroll down a little bit, I then can click on these and then add them to the brief. How to choose the best cycling jersey, what fabrics should I look for, frequently asked questions. I'll just add all of this because then it gives us a good idea of what other sites have written about as well, which gives us more opportunity to create better content on our own site, and hopefully that will attract a better ranking for our page. And we can do the same for every other result as well. So some of these have headings where they're asking questions like, what features should I look for in a cycling jersey? We can add that too. And then once you've done that and you've looked at the top competing pages, and you can look at the content as well, of course, if you scroll further on down, you can see relevant questions to answer section as well. So these can also be added to our brief. So things like best cycling kit combo, add to brief. Below that is important phrases and words to use in your article. And this gives you an idea of how many times you should use these throughout the article. So we've got bib shorts, short sleeve, sleeve jersey, short sleeve jersey, and things like that. And then if you scroll down, you've also got alt text used for images, and below that, outbound URLs used in the articles as well. Okay, so we're going to go to the top. Okay, so now we've got our content brief here. What do we do with that? So if we're going to move over to the content brief section, we can see this brief is right here. We're going to click on view brief. So now we have an outline of what we could put in our article. So how do we start writing our article? Well, all we need to do is click on the optimize content button, and we now have a place that we can start writing and editing our content based on everything that we've collected with LowFruits and SEO Boost. So here is very much like WordPress block editor or Word or something like that. You can just start writing your content and then comparing it to the scores that you're given. And down the side, you've got the overall score, the word number, the readability, the keywords used, the images used, the headings, paragraphs. And on the right hand side, we can click on the phrases section right here, and we can see it's giving us ideas to add these phrases to our content as well, along with the words that we should use and the on-page SEO information too, which is fantastic. And then the brief, which is what we put together using the report. And this just allows us to create the best article we can possibly create. And once you've done that, it's a matter of copying and pasting that over to your WordPress site. So here's the process again. Make sure you get started with WPBeginner's free keyword generators tool to grab all those ideas. Then take those ideas into LowFruits to find opportunities and easy wins. Once you've done that, hop over to SEO Boost to make sure your content covers everything readers expect. When you put it all together, you'll never need to wonder what to write on your website again. Start by picking one topic, make one article stronger, and you'll see the difference. And if this video was helpful, make sure you subscribe and follow us for more content like this. If you've got a question, drop it in the comments below and I'll get back to you. I'm Ryan, this is WPBeginner, and I'll see you in the next video.